Yeah, the sun's coming down, but we are 3 right, 2 down, and we're under the thing. So the idea here today, I'm just trialling some. I'm going to try and do some cut down versions to see if it works on a small scale. I've got these plastic things. You get 3 for about $4, I think it was, or 4 or $5, whatever. These are about $3.50 or something. They're glass. And so they withstand the sunlight, so I think you're $3.50. Yeah, $3.50 something, and it's a 1.5 litres, so maybe that's up to there, and maybe that's almost 2 litres up to there. I don't know. No, it won't be 500 grams, but no, probably less than that. A quarter of 500. Okay, and I just do the usual thing. Now these are going to sit in water to halfway up the poly, probably, if we can do it. So the first stage, the first step, before we gas bag ourselves out of the clip, is I'm probably going to put about a candle into each one if I can. And I think that's going to probably 1 candle into, maybe 2, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 2. Looks like it will, as long as it can fit, sort of. I have to break that one up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Oh, minus one little bit, just to make sure that it sits on the bottom nice and flat, sort of thing. And same with this one here, hopefully. Yeah, I think we can get away. So we can fit this sort of thing in. Apparently I'm on spot culling, but I think I may have to check that. Maybe what went wrong with the other today. I set it on spot culling before I do the filming, and maybe that's what's wrong. I'll just check. Maybe it goes back to old settings or something. No, we are on spot culling, so hopefully you can get a view of that. I don't know if it's going to stay like that. No, sort of like that. And you know what I mean, fellas, come on. I'm just trying to get it flat on the bottom, and then we're going to cover it with flat on the bottom as best we can. And then we'll probably just go down with the camera and do some, if I can get the thing to actually go down. It's getting a bit stuck these days. Yeah. Okay, so the same with these other ones, probably 2 in the bottom sort of thing. Yeah. I have to do it between ones sort of thing. And see how we go. I don't think I've got enough charcoal, but I may have just enough to do sort of thing. I just want it along the bottom if I can. Maybe bringing it down there like that. Yeah, a little bit too. That's better, I think. Sort of thing. And just like cover the bottom, sort of thing. Like that. So basically I want something like that. So I cover the bottom and it's nice and flat. I might have to knock a piece out, I don't know. Yeah, sit down. And stick a bit down there. So it's nice and yeah, got enough there. And then I can put the poly down. So the rule is to try and cover the bottom as best you can, sort of thing. Okay. Now step 2, as you know. Now I want to know whether or not the thing's actually going to. I'll get my poly, as you do, sort of thing. I'm just going to put it. Yeah, let's get my little. I have a little measuring device here. A little scoop. So we're just going to go in there. Are we in shot? No, we're not really even in shot. Okay, maybe I should have gone back up again. Oh, there you go there. So basically got myself. Dun, 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 dun. I've got myself a poly scoop. So there you go, in focus, and we're just trying to pour enough to get like halfway up sort of thing. So we need it up nor down really. 2, yeah, maybe a little bit more, just a little bit. And then we're gonna put charcoal on top, and then some sand. So I'm probably gonna have sand, about an inch of sand probably. So we're gonna try doing that, and hopefully with the electrostatics and if we put some moisture down there, the poly will not fall out the hole sort of thing. And we'll see. So that's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 scoops. So about, I suppose that's about a litre of 25, I don't know, by the looks of it. Yeah, about there, I suppose, halfway up, and then we'll do the same with. Yeah, I mean, you can get a funnel, fellas, and do it as best you can, sort of thing. And a little bit more, I think, just to get it on that side. There we go. I think that's enough. And then we'll get our toilet paper, maybe our spray bottle. We'll just get that. Okay. Now we're going to get our handy dandy spray bottle. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. That's going to knock things down a bit, get rid of some of the electrostatics. So the idea is to, usual thing, you know, yeah, probably do 2 of these. If we can. And of course they'll rapidly, because the toilet paper, a couple of months they'll degrade, and there'll be a little bit of sugar given off by the cellulose in that, but hopefully not too much to get in the way of things, but we'll see. I don't know, this one's going to be a little bit harder, fellas. It may be a case of cutting it into 2 or something, I don't know. It may be a little bit harder. Little bit finicky, as we say in the Viso, and yeah, it may be a case of putting a few in and around. It probably is a skill and an art, fellas. You're probably going to have a stick or something to put it in there, sort of thing. But we'll give it a go and see if we can get. Yeah, there we go. I think that's going to be roughly how we're going to get away with it. And there goes a little bit in this over. And we'll work on this one and see how we go. The trick is, I think, to get the edges up a little bit on the sides. As long as you don't knock them down, it's alright, sort of thing, to a certain extent. And then maybe one here and there, like on the edge there, and one on this side here, and that's usually good enough, you know. Okay, now here comes the hard bit. The hard bit, Richard? You call that the hard bit? Is, you know, start putting some of these around the edge sort of thing, and that one's a hard one. I don't think that one's gonna break, fellas. So maybe one in the centre there, and then try and start filling it up with other bits and bobs and see if we can get, you know, find the spaces sort of thing, and yeah, get to sit down firmly and properly sort of thing. We may actually want to put a bit of poly in there as well, you know, fill up some of those spaces. I think that's about as high as we. That one's not going to break. Yeah. Maybe we can use that one for one of the other ones or something. No. How about one like that? Whoa, no, that's not going to work. You want a few on here to go the other way, I think. Oh well. It's a learning curve, fellas. It's a learning curve. Maybe we can bring this one up a little bit. I reckon that's going to go all skew with when the rain comes, but anyway. Maybe not with these ones, but we'll see. I'll see if I can find some fine stuff now. I'll put the bag to one side and see if I can find some fine stuff to finish this one off with. Oops, what's that? Crap. Anyway, probably enough to a certain extent with that pot. Anyway, we'll see how we go, and then we'll finish it off with some sand sort of thing. Of course, the sand will get damp, and then it will keep the charcoal wet and somewhat anaerobic, and then the roots of our plants, either seedlings or cuttings or something, can go down into the sand and absorb from the sand whatever they want. As we've learnt, putting the poly with the sand is probably not the best idea. You want to like this sort of perched water table thing, and you want a lot more charcoal. So a good layer of charcoal keeps it wetter for longer, and it's also using the principle of the perched water table, of course. So basically that'll be one that will sit in some water, probably halfway up the poly sort of thing. We'll put that to one side, and we'll see if we can fill this one up and do the same. So, probably not the best, but you just can't be choosers, as they say. Okay, a little bit more fine stuff, I think, and I should take finer stuff, and then we'll start the sand. I think probably about it. Okay, put the sand on. And I think we're done with that one. Move that to one side. And we'll see. At least with this one you can actually look through the side. You can probably look through the side sort of thing, especially when it's damp. And we'll see if the organism grows, if it goes down the pot or up the pot, blah blah blah. Now this one's going to be hard. I think I'm just going to have to use small pieces to start off with, if I can. It's going to be like a... Whoa. No, I think this one's not going to work too well, fellas. I don't think. I think this one's going to be the failure. Unless you're really finicky, it's not going to work, I don't think. No, this is going to be a failure. Without a lot of finicky work, so you know. Yeah, that's going to be a failure, I think. But we'll try it anyway, you know. You never know. You might make a discovery and find out actually this is the best way or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a go as we do, and we'll put some sand in. There we go. And get that, and we'll get wet with the rain, and we'll probably sink down a bit more. And there we go. 3 experiments, and I'll just set them up on the bench, and I'll film that if I can, if the sun's still there. Okay.